Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Down the right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Up the middle they go. Gentry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Gun stop.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here we go. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Here we go. 180. 12. Stop.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage? But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now, I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey, guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. The Eagles at 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
60 Eagles. Ready?
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Here we go, Jack. Bronco 80.
They'll drop the throw. To the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. It's complete to Brown, right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Let's go now.
2nd and 9 now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 70. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, some strong running. Still on his feet. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
It's not enough. You sell it, left, but it's not enough. You there, reach up, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I'm in. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G. Watch
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
On the ready. Ready. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
On the set.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gentry. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 119 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man here is Gentry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop. Ready. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chops this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Hold it ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. Panther 60, Panthers. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Ready up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, really with it. I should probably start ahead, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Trap 60. Let's go now. Ready?
They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ready? Let go.
Barkley inside handoff. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Here we go, set. Liking,
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Break.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Gentry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop! 180!
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
First down.
Third and long as a defender, all you want to do is guard the first down line. Make sure that everything stays in front and run up there and make the tackle. They did everything exactly right except making the tackle the running back, and he ends up finding a way to pick up a first down. Brandon, that play just should not happen. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
11 MT, take 11 MT.
Now Burrow. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
38 yards.
and the Bengals have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Check. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And the Eagles first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 47.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Dances by him. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
We've got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Gentry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, They might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow on play action.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Burrow.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. 60 by 6.
They'll set up to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And that ball caught free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Got it. Ready?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Rocco! Ready, ready.
Here's a give to Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
41. Bengals 31.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Sheds off the tackle. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Open man is Higgins. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Second down, 8 yards to go. Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
70.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Ready?
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Ready?
Now back to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll take this and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He's got his target. That's complete. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a 1st-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.